What up, good morning, how is it going, you lovely, lovely people? Today is Saturday, 8th of August, and yeah, heading out today, do some more city exploring. A couple of sites I'm going to today, going to the palace in the city, and also the water temple, I think it is. So yeah, it should be good. I was busy last night planning my next stop from here. I got a little bit of a tip from a local, so that's looking good. I'm quite excited for that. So yeah, let's go exploring, guys. That was pretty cool. I'm not really all that big on palaces because they generally are very museumised. Basically you can't really get a sense of what it was like because they've moved everything and put everything in cabinets and stuff like that. So I prefer temples because they're generally very kept how they've always been, and they're pretty much always still in use as well. So now heading to Water Castle. I read the map, it's Water Castle. Have a look in there. It's pretty cool, so yeah, let's have a look. And also I thought I'd take a lot longer to get around the palace than I did. Like, I was speaking to, I can't remember, a local yesterday. He said, you know, it will take half a day. It will take half a day to do the palace, and it took me less than an hour to walk through it, unless I missed like a lot of stuff. It was yeah, but it was okay. It's good to see, you know, something to see. If there's ever a back street in an Asian country, I'll always walk down it. I absolutely love just wandering through back streets. It's so cool just to take in sort of like the atmosphere and kind of like a little bit of a local life, get a little bit of a look into it. But yeah, absolutely love just wandering through back streets. So cool. Okay, so the only one problem about wandering around these little tiny back streets and alleyways is you sometimes get lost. I'm not saying that I'm lost, I'm just saying, you know, I might not know how to get to where I'm supposed to be going. So yeah, it's fine though, it's fine. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. Okay, so I think I found it, guys. I'm pretty sure it's pretty spectacular. Absolutely awesome, love stuff like this, all architecture, old architecture, so cool. So it looks so tempting to go in for a dip. I don't think you're really allowed to. It's quite warm, so it'd be nice and refreshing. I think it's the old Sultan's bathing area, so yeah, it'd be pretty nice to go in for a dip. Okay, so I think I actually got in there for free. She's supposed to, pretty sure there's an entrance fee, but I'm pretty sure I went in through like a side entrance and just ended up just walking through there. So not grumbling at that. But no, it was pretty nice just going to see like, the old architecture and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And what I'm going to do now is, there's not a lot more to see in the city, to be honest. So yeah, I may head back to the hostel, do an edit, just chill out for a bit, and get some lunch. Maybe get some lunch on the way back. It's about lunchtime, so probably get some lunch on the way back, and then yeah, again, just chill out in the hostel. So I was walking back to the hostel, and then I was walking around where sort of like the water castle is. I just saw these big old ruins, so I'm coming in to have a look. I think it's still part of the water castle, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, just go in and have a look. Okay, so there's not really much in there, it's just kind of like a little bit of ruins. It's pretty cool just to walk around there. They're all like restoring it in there. So yeah, now I'm gonna head back. I really fancy a sandwich. Like, call me British, but I just want a sandwich. I don't really eat sandwiches that much. But last time I was in Asia, exactly the same. I just want a sandwich for lunch, just a sandwich. Pretty hard to come by over here. They've got like, some places have like Subway and stuff like that, but I just fancy like just a sandwich, guys. It'd be pretty nice right now. I quickly stopped in a bakery just to grab some lunch. Like eating 3 meals of rice a day, because it gets served up for breakfast here in the hostel, and like that's pretty much what they eat. It gets a bit much, like, it really does. Like rice is this, although it's served up in many different ways. After a while you're just like, yeah, I need something else than rice. So yeah, I just stopped in there for some lunch, and now just popping back to the hostel. Just gonna chill out for the afternoon, try and cool down a little bit because it's very warm out today, very warm. Sitting back at the hostel, finishing editing, I was talking to some people on WhatsApp on my phone, and literally it threw up an error message. The phone shut down and then wouldn't switch back on. I tried doing a few things and literally it just wouldn't come back on, so it's literally died. I don't really care about the phone, you know, it's not an old phone, but it was a cheap phone. And it should have died a long time ago, but it's just the fact that I now have to go through and register all of my apps, like my banking app and stuff like that requires me to phone up my bank because I'm using a new phone in a completely new country. So yeah, it's just the hassle of having to do everything like that, and plus it's Saturday today, so like I said, where can I change up money so I can buy a new phone? They were like, yeah, there's one here, but they might be closed because it's Saturday. And then I know where there's a phone shop, so I know I'm just going to get a cheap phone again. Yeah, just because, you know, what I'm doing, the travelling and stuff like that, and I don't want to pay for an expensive phone and then it break or get stolen or anything like that. So, but this one I actually don't care. It's just the hassle of starting up a new phone completely from fresh, because I couldn't transfer it. I've got no, my computer won't even recognise that it's a phone. That's how bad it's crashed. So in the Sony app, it's a Sony phone, and the Sony program on my laptop literally won't recognise it at all. So there's literally nothing I can do. So yeah, I don't necessarily need a phone. It's just good to have, I think, just in case I ever get in trouble or anything like that. I can just use it. Okay, so tip for anyone coming here from Australia is you get a much better rate here than you do in Australia. Much better. It's almost like 10% difference. It's that much different. I was quite surprised. Yeah, going to the money changers in Australia and then coming here, but it's completely like, you might as well just change your money here. If you have the option. I managed to get myself a new phone. There was a phone market. I went in there and had a look. So I don't really trust any of them. Most of them, they had like all Galaxy S6s and stuff like that. And, a lot of them will be fake. Pretty much all of them will probably be fake. Just for different insides. I went into the shopping mall, and it was either Samsung or Apple. They were the only two stores in there. I'm not going to buy an Apple, even if it was cheap. I wouldn't buy an Apple. So I went to Samsung, and I'm not really keen on Samsung either, but it was the only other choice. So I just bought a phone for £50. It cost me like £50, it's next to nothing. And the thing is, like with cheap phones, they always last the longest. It's like my old phone was a cheap phone. It took so much crap, so much more than what a more expensive phone would have taken. Like, it's been dropped in water loads of times and stuff like that. So it's lasted a lot longer than it should have. It really has. So yeah, but I just needed a phone just to have, just in case, sort of thing. Okay, so tonight I actually ended up going out with a couple of guys from the hostel. Basically, a whole bunch of British guys and girls, and a Dutch girl. It was pretty good. I didn't really want to stick a camera in their face. You know, always with new people, I don't really want to stick cameras in their face. You know, it was good. We actually ended up going to like tourist street of Yogyakarta, which you guys probably know isn't really my thing, but it was okay. The food was good. It was a little bit more expensive than I normally pay, and then we went out to a bar, which was pretty good. Yeah, and then I came back to the hostel and I was sitting in the lobby using the Wi-Fi, and these 3 British guys come in, and they are the most narrow-minded people I've ever met. Apparently you just can't travel for the rest of your life. Apparently by doing that you're not providing anything to society, so basically making you worthless. So I tried to keep myself very calm about that. You know, it's traveling is pretty much what I do now. So apparently, because I'm not providing anything to society to move society forward, that means I'm worthless. But screw those guys. Like, it's what I want to do. Like, at the end of the day, learn about new cultures and stuff like that, and learn about new places. And they said, oh, what happens when you've met every culture and you've seen every place? Like, why don't you go back and you start again, because it'll be completely different by the time you go back. So it's like, screw those guys, absolutely screw them. Like, I have no time for people like that. They've been away a week and they've done 3 countries already. I always say there's no wrong way to travel, but the fact that they've been to 3 countries, they're from England, and they've only been away a week, you know, it means they probably haven't seen as much as they could have done. So yeah, I don't know. They're very narrow-minded, and yeah, I don't really have people for time for people like that. So yeah, I just kind of like just brushed them off and said see you later. So yeah, but now I'm going to go to bed, and yeah, start tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to get out to a temple outside the city. I can't remember exactly the name. It starts with a B, but it's like the largest Buddhist temple in the world. So I'm going to go and see that. But apparently it's just, well, it is ruins. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see. It's a little bit expensive, but it'd be good to see anyway. So get a public bus out there, and then hope it doesn't take too long. So yeah, just going to sign off now, guys. So remember, guys, always be kind to strangers, even the narrow-minded ones. Always be kind to them, because you never know when you're going to be a stranger yourself. Catch you later, guys. Currently 4 AM, Friday the 7th of August. Just got to Yogyakarta, got off a train. Now I've got to find somewhere to stay. I didn't really sleep that great on the train. I had maybe 4 hours sleep. So yeah, a little bit tired now, but it's alright.